It is one thing to make money online, but it is another thing to protect your brand. Today, we're going to have a really fast video about trademark and why it matters for self-publishers so you can not only make money online, but keep your account safe. My name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've scaled a book income stream machine to 6 figures in 3 years. I'm sharing everything that I learned. You learn from my mistakes on this channel, but also I go very fast so you can get ahead. We can do the shortcuts, but we can also keep our account safe and build a legal brand, okay? So some of the things we're talking about is the very basics of this. I actually was able to talk to someone that works in the United States Trademark Office, and they're going to come on this channel. So in the comments of this video, please put all your questions about trademark. If this video doesn't answer it, then drop them below. So please watch the whole video before you leave a comment, or write it as you go. Put in the timestamp so we know where we're at, because this does cover the basis of trademark for self-publishers, okay? So when we trademark something, it is federally registered, and it becomes a legal protection for us, okay? And so when we have that legal protection, it prevents other people from stealing our book series, our pen name, or anything that we put online underneath that. The other thing that it does is that if you don't have it, then you can't litigate, right? You have to have things registered either as a trademark or copyright registration to be able to protect it. One of my attorneys, the other attorney that I've worked with, he told me a story about someone that had a book and they didn't register the copyright. Someone took it and they registered the copyright, and she had to spend thousands of dollars just trying to prove that she was the first one with the imprint. So when we say publishing imprint, when we apply for trademark, the trademark attorneys at the U.S. Trademark Office are looking for the first imprint. Could be another reason why bold and easy didn't pass, is because it's an older keyword that didn't get through the system, right? Because people have been using it for a long time. We even had someone in the comments say that they were the person that first started using it, okay? So understanding why it's important. The second part of this is, what can we actually start trademarking as a self-publisher? There's 3 big parts to this. The first one is your book series. And so you can't actually trademark a title of a book, but you can trademark a series. Think Harry Potter, right? And when you have a series, then you can actually protect it better. The second thing that you can protect for a trademark is your actual name. So think of your pen name. If you have a popular pen name that's doing well, I even need to go down the registration application to see if my name as a personal brand needs to be protected under trademark. So you know that's on my homework list too. As I'm going through these checklists, make sure you put in the comments any questions that you have if it's unclear, so you are very clear about how to protect the money that you're making online, okay? The third part for trademarking for self-publishers is any name that you have. When I received the copyright claim strike from IP department at Amazon, I looked up this self-publisher and they actually trademarked their publishing logo and their name. This is a great way so no one else can use it. I wouldn't use it. I didn't think it was that clever, but bless their heart. Being able to trademark protects your brand from someone else coming in and having the same name. If they register it first, they are likely to win the application process, okay? This third part is, you cannot trademark the title of a single book. I think we covered that. That's a really important part. This is where the hung up came with copyright claims on Amazon KDP, is that there are people that have the trademark application process, but they're not using it as a series, and they're going around and doing price strikes on people, copyright claim strikes, and it's getting accounts suspended. Not cool. Okay, so keep that in mind, that like as you're building out a brand, if you saw my recent video about the price changes for royalties for Amazon KDP, I talk about building multiple books in one brand. This is a great way to do that. At this time, Amazon does not let you write that in as a low content series. So think about this for activity books and medium content books for a series process. The next part is actually how trademark works, according to me, who is not giving legal advice and who is not an attorney. This is a YouTube channel about self-publishing and doing things yourself and learning from professionals and doing the best to navigate it. And you guys have learned tons from my mistakes. My understanding of trademark law from my own experience is that when you apply for that series or that pen name or that publishing brand, you start to have rights that bind you retroactively from the application date. So if you have something in the works, you can start the process with an attorney or go through the process online yourself. The other way that trademark works is that you have to pick the right class for it to be protected. For KDP books, class 16 covers things that are printed. You wouldn't really want to do a class that's like printed just for fiction, because that means someone could come in nonfiction and copy and trademark that term, okay? So This is where an attorney comes in because they can give you more guidance, or KDP calls it a copyright law professional. They can give you more guidance on the class and protection that you want. There are other categories. I'm working on a trademark now. I'm doing all the research for it. It's not going to be in class 16. It's going to be for something else. And if you think that you want to be privy to the documentation and go along on the journey, just let me know below. I'm talking to my attorney about like, how much can I share legally, taking people through my own journey. He's like, you have free speech. So I'm grateful to be able to share that with you guys. The third part to this is that you can trademark words, logos, taglines, and even sounds of colors. So like Google, Amazon, Nike, the swoosh, just do it. There's so many things. The origin is important, right? And filing trademark when you start using it is also going to be helpful for you in the process. So there's a difference between like doing this yourself and hiring an attorney. And something that I learned recently, even this morning, is that when you file yourself, it costs $250 per class. And that is the application form on the US trademark website. Now, if you hire an attorney, you cannot call the trademark office and ask questions. They don't let you do that. A trademark attorney told me that today. You have to, if you file it yourself, then you do have access to the attorney over your application and you can communicate with them. Okay, so you can decide the way that you want to do that. There's a lot of complexity that I'm still understanding, that I'm kind of on the fence about doing it myself or hiring our attorney for me to do it for me. And the reason why I want to learn myself is because I have a lot of ideas and I have 96 pen names and I need to figure out the ones that are making me tons of money. I need to start protecting them better, right? And so thinking about the pricing, I've read online there's anywhere from charging $600, and actually this could probably go up to $2,500. You have a lot of brand things that you want to have your attorney do for you. They do all the searching and making sure it's available, and they want to help you get it passed. Now, just because you file an application doesn't mean it gets passed. That's why using an attorney is so, so helpful, okay? Something that like you have a better chance of getting a goal with, because your attorney is going to assist it, right? You're going to assist your attorney to make the goal. Mistakes when self-filing can cost time and future rights. So there are some benefits of hiring an attorney and understanding the process as you go along, right? Tips for us, like moving forward, what do we need to do? We need to look up the Trademark website. I'll put it in the description of this video. We need to be able to make sure that things are not live, and we can even look at things that are pending to stay away from keywords so we don't get a copyright claim strike, okay? This is very, to me, self-publishing 101. We use broad trademark terms like series of printed books to cover all genres. So when you're applying for the trademark, you don't want to get so niche down that you're only protected for fiction books, right? That term, let's say, the Jenny Hansen Lane series, I would want to keep it broad. I'm using a broad trademark, so I'm not just doing nonfiction books or fiction books. And so it gets more complex. I, for a long time, thought that class 16 was enough for books, but as I'm learning more and I'm having a trademark attorney from the US Trademark Office come on our channel, that there's more complexity to it. And the neat thing is, like, when you have a trademark, it lasts a long time. It's not the same as copyright, 75 years. Like, you do a renewal fee and you still own the ownership of it, okay? Trademark registration doesn't protect you, doesn't protect your content. You have to do that through copyright registration. So a lot of people think when they trademark a series, they're fine, but they need to go on and actually to copyright their book, the actual content that's going inside of their book. These are just the basics of, if we can understand these from the beginning, then we're going to be better off not only making money online, but creating a brand that's more valuable and be able to protect it. And you're always invited to learn more. I have a free training coming up about how I sold $211,000 in 3 years with a very small budget using book ads. This is great if you're a beginner and you want to get started, or you feel like you're alone on this journey. We'd love to have you at this live training. Link is in the description. See you in the next video.